Kannamandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanati mirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Stavaram Janganam Vyaptam Yat Kinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Babaji Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padam Bujaha Vedantam Buja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tadvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradatacha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shoshanam Bhava Sindoscha Jnapanam Sarasamparaha Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Na Guroradhikam Tattvam Na Guroradhikam Tapaha Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Radhiranadischa Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah. Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah. Gurudeva Namo Namah Sri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Sri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Premavatara Namo Namah Sadgurudeva Namo Namah Jai Gurudeva Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Guru Jai
Shishay Namaha, Om Vishamaya Namaha, Om Devakarya Samudyatai Namaha, Om Sukshmatanave Namaha, Om Chinmayai Namaha, Om Gurumurtaye Namaha, Om Sundarai Namaha, Om Sulochanai Namaha, Om Sumukhay Namaha, Om Charvasay Namaha, Om Keshavay Namaha, Om Padmambujay Namaha, Om Mandagamanay Namaha, Om Charumbaradharine Namaha, Om Ramay Namaha, Om Mandirastapakay Namaha, Om Shri Bhavachakay Namaha, Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha, Om Arpanasvikarakay Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakay Namaha, Om Namo Narayanayeti Mantrapasakaya Namaha, Om Svaramayaya Namaha, Om Madhurakantaya Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtanarulopaya Namaha, Om Stotrapriyaya Namaha, Om Nitabashine Namaha, Om Vagmine Namaha, Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha, Om Vratadharaya Namaha, Om Sadave Namaha, Om Jagatpantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhaktapriyaya Namaha, Om Surdaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaaya Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Shubhekshanaya Namaha, Om Pridivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Architaya Namaha, Om Artaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Basmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingachana Protsakaya Namaha, Om Siddhisadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkaropasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Sadvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Niramkaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Jitakrodhaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Savashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhura Svabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Saumyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Dutidharaya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harishanamamargadashakaya Namaha, Om Kutastajagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shamaikata Bhavavardakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Pridivya Sapta Dhamavihi Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Vedani Dade Padam Samodhamasya Pagunsure Drini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Ada Adyaha Tato Dharmani Dharyene Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vritani Paspashe Indrasya Yujasaka Tad Vishnu Paramam Paragum Sada Pashanti Suryaha Yiviva Chakshuradatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Premavattaraya vidmahe Sadgurudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya vidmahe Sadgurudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya vidmahe Sadgurudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda prachodayat.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighnan Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kaita Bhare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Daityadi Samshadhara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Shabhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopesha Surupa Brahmadi Vandya Shridhara Kashraya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvanaika Murte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Virakrute Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Traivikramaya Guhane Bhara Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodara Jadharananda Kadhari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Samrita Dhina Bandho Gopi Jana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shirati Shayan Bhujagadi Patalpa Shayan Satbhakta Hritsadhana Shayan Ramanga Shayan Shri Gopa Bhama Mudhutalpa Sukhadi Shayan Gopa Vallabhaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapati Sukhanarada Gotamani Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Devata Padashana Bhaya Heto Gopala Sekaraye Tava Suprabhatam Mandada Jali Tulasida Lamadi Kadyahe Mayani Anjali Bhute Samudharanti Tishtanti Kvatpavatatara Kale Munindraha Radha Manoharaye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gotamakana Guyaha
गायन्ति सद्गुणगणो वरदा सवर्गः सङ्कीर्तयन्ति तव नाम कथा विशेषः श्रीनारदार्यर्षया तव सुप्रभातम् गोवर्धनोहरण गोपकिशोर गोपा गोपीजनामृत सुवेश भवाति पोता त्रैलोक्यमोहन सुमङ्गल दिव्य देहा श्रीरुक्मिणीश वरदा तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीवत्सचीर शरणागत पारिजाता भक्तार्थिभञ्जन कृपाकर दीनबन्धो नित्यान्त गायति जनप्रिय दिव्यरूपा श्रीनन्द गोपतनया तव सुप्रभातम् पद्माक्ष पद्ममुख पद्मधरा प्रमेय पद्मालयाश्रवित पद्मनिवास शौरी पद्मोद्भवाति सुरसेवित पादपद्मा पद्मादिनाथ हरये तव सुप्रभातम् वृन्दातले विहरणाय महेन्द्रवन्द्या कन्दर्पदर्पहरतीय सुदेशरूपा चन्द्राननाय शिरचन्दनलिप्तदेहा गोविन्द यादव हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीनन्दनन्दन यशोदकुमार धीरा मायङ्गधीनद विचोन सुपुष्पहारा नीलम्बुदास शरीर रमा विहारा गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीभर्षि जन्मवति सत्य सुगन्धि भद्रा श्रीमित्रविन्द दिवसा प्रभुपुत्र काव्यहे तिष्ठन्ति दिव्य भवमे तव सेवनानां गोपीमना प्रिय हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण अच्युतानन्द मुकुन्द शौरी राधा मनोहर जनार्दन चक्रपाणे नामानि दिव्यमुनयो न निशं वदन्ति ब्राह्मी मुहूर्त समये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण सुप्रभातम् ये पतन्ति अहर्निशं भूरि कृतं महापापम् श्रीकृष्णानुग्रहेतुकम् ईश्वर परमकृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द सर्वकरणकरणं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि चिन्तामणि प्रकरसत्मसुकल्पवृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरविपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसं मम सेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं क्वन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षं पारावतं समसितं बुधसुन्दरङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीय विशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमार्यवंशी राताङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियता प्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्त्रि पश्यन्ति पन्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampraganyo. Vayoratapti manaso muni pungavana. Sopyasti yatrapada-simya vichintya tatve. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ekopya saurachayitum jagadandakoti. Yashakshtirasti jagadandicayyadantaha. Anantarasta paramanuchayantarastam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yalpavapavitadiyo manujastateva. Sampraprarupamanimasanayana bhushaha. Sukteyameva nigama pratitestuvanti. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitavis. Tabhirya eva nijarupataya kalabhihi. Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena. Santassadeva hiradeshu vilokayanti. Yanshama sundaramachitya gunasvarupam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ramadimurti shukalani yamena tishtan. Nanavataram bhuvaneshu kintu. Krishna svayam samabhavat paramapumanyo. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadandakoti. Kotishvashesha vasudadi vibhuti bina. Tad brahmanishkalamanantamashesha bhutam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Maya hi yasya jagadanda shatani sute. Traigunyatad vishaya veda vitayamana. Sattva valambi parasattva vishura sattvam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manashu. Ya praninam pratipalam smaratam upedya. Liladitena bhuvanani jayati jasram. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Golokanamni nijadhamni tale chatasya. Devi mahesha haridhama sudeshu teshu. Te prabhava nichaya vihitaschayena. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Shishti sthiti pralaya sadhana shakti rekha. Chayeva yasya bhuvanani vivarti durga. Ikshanurupamapi yasya chacheshta teza. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Kshiram yatadadivikara vishesha yogat. Sanjayatena hitatam prithagasti hetoho. Yashambhutam apitata samupaiti karyat. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Diparchireva idashantaramabhyupedya. Dipayate vrivita etu samana dharma. Yastadrigeva icha vishnutaya vivati. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Yakaranavala jale bhajati smayoga Nidram mananta jaganam nasaroma kupaha Adhara shakti mahalamya param svamurtim Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Yasvaikanishvasita kalamatavalamya Jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanataha Vishnur mahansaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Bhasvanja jashma shakaleshu nijeshu tejaha Shriyam kiyat prakatayamtyapi tadvadatra Brahmaya esha jagadanda vidhana karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yadpada Pallava Yugam Veditaya Kumbha Vandre Pranama Samaye Sanagadi Rajaha Viknam Dehantu Mamalasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Agnir Mahinga Ganam Ambud Marudishascha Kalastatatma Manasiti Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yamcha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yachakshuresha Savita Sakala Gahanam Yajasamasya Suramurti Rashesha Tejaha Yasyaknaya Brahmati Samprita Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Dharmotha Papa Nichayashtitayastapamsi Brahmadikita Patakadhavayascha Jivaha Yaddantamatra Vibhavam Prakatam Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasvindra Gopamata Mahosva Karma Vandana Rupa Palaraja Manata Noti Karmani Nirdahati Kintu Chabhakti Vajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yankroda Kama Sahaja Pranayadi Vidhi Vatsalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhaivahe Sanchintyatasya Sadishintamuna Purete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Vishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Om Agnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Gurudev, good morning. So, today's Srimad Bhagavatam verse is from Canto 10, Chapter 81. Before I read the verse, I'll give you a bit of context. So this is from the story of Sudama, Krishna and Sudama. And I'm just going to read you a couple verses before I get to the one that I picked. This is after Sudama has arrived in front of Krishna at the palace, and Krishna has discovered that he has an offering for him. Right? He has this puffed rice that he's ashamed to offer, and he has it in his armpit, and Krishna has just discovered it. And so these are 3 verses before the one I picked. It says, being the direct witness in the hearts of all living beings, Lord Krishna fully understood why Sudama had come to see him. Thus he thought, in the past, my friend has never worshipped me out of a desire for material opulence, but now he comes to me to satisfy his chaste and devoted wife. I will give him riches that even the immortal demigods cannot obtain. Thinking like this, the Lord snatched from the Brahmana's garment the grains of puffed rice tied up in an old piece of cloth, and exclaimed, what is this? My friend, have you brought this for me? It gives me extreme pleasure. Indeed, these few grains of flat rice will satisfy not only me, but also the entire universe. Then he takes one bite, and he goes to take a second bite, and Queen Rukmini says this, Etavatalam vishvatam sarva sampat samraddaha asmin loke tavam musmin pumsastvato shakaranam. The translation is, Queen Rukmini said, this is more than enough, O soul of the universe, to secure him an abundance of all kinds of wealth in this world and the next. After all, one's prosperity depends simply on your satisfaction. So she sees that Krishna is about to give him everything. One could even argue that Krishna was about to give her to him, right? Being the goddess of wealth and prosperity. But I really didn't know what to talk about today. I was trying to think of something. And last night I had the blessing to get a call from Guruji. And I have a pretty good success rate when I don't know what I want to talk about in satsang, or I don't really have an idea. And so sometimes I'll ask him, Guruji, I'm giving satsang tomorrow, what should I talk about? And then he comes up with something and says, talk about this. And I go, great. Or sometimes he'll even send me a story. It has happened. He basically does the work for me. But last night I was not so lucky. And he said, I don't know what you should talk about. Like I'd never asked him before. Like this is the first time I've ever asked him this question. And I said, okay, no problem. So I was thinking, and I remembered that I was just in India with Guruji for 1 month. And it was an incredibly special trip. And this story reminded me of that trip. Because this story is essentially, among other things, when we take one small step towards God, He's running towards us. When we offer some small thing to Him, He offers us everything in return. Right? Guruji said this many times. But sometimes it's difficult to quantify this or have experiences of this. We hear it, but what does that really mean, or what does that really look like? And so but if we look in our own lives, we can start to see and appreciate these small things that we do, these small ways that we turn towards God, offer to God, desire God, and how He reciprocates. One example that I've told several times is in 2018, Guruji materialized a Lakshmi from his chest behind the curtain one night, was putting Radha and Krishna to bed, and 2 days prior, he told me, kind of randomly out of the blue, you should chant a mantra for Lakshmi. And I said, okay, what mantra should I chant for Lakshmi? I don't know, chant something. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Okay. And so I did that quite diligently, quite intensely, but nonetheless, it was only 2 days. And then one night, I was behind the curtain with him on the altar. Somehow, no one else was on the altar at that moment, even though when the pujaris are putting the deities to bed, there's always somebody on the altar. But in this moment, somehow, he made it that it was just him and I, standing in front of Radha and Krishna. And I understood what was going on because of other stories that I'd heard. He seemed to be in some kind of discomfort, and I didn't really know what to do. Started getting very emotional, went on my knees and started crying, looking up at him like, what's going on? Why do I deserve this? And he looked at me and said, meditate on Lakshmi. Think on Lakshmi. And because I'd been doing it for 2 days, it was actually very easy. And so I meditated on Lakshmi and thought of Lakshmi. And then Lakshmi came. And it feels reminiscent of this story of Sudama, right? I made this small, tiny offering, right? I chanted for 2 days. Sudama brought a little bag of puffed rice. Krishna almost gave him everything. It's so nice also with this verse when Krishna sees him and says, I will give him riches that not even the immortal demigods cannot obtain. Like, he's excited. You can feel that he's excited to give Sudama, who's one of the poorest people, who has nothing, who came all this way with nothing, is ashamed of his offering, and yet Krishna is going to give him everything. And I feel often that we forget that God is always with us, you know. I know I forget. Every day I forget. Or even my perception of God, it still doesn't sink in that He's actually within me. We always think of God, especially perhaps coming from a Western upbringing, a Christian upbringing. God is something external. He's something outside of us. And maybe He checks in on you, every once in a while to see what you're up to. But in reality, that's not the case, right? And I know I am just constantly in ignorance of this fact. And Guruji says it so often. He's the closest and dearest. He's always with you. He's so patient. And yet He's so impatient. He so badly wants to give us everything. And so in India, in Tirupati, was such an incredible experience. The whole 2 days or 3 days that we were there was just very, very special. The place is so nice. The temple is beautiful. Even though it's quite hectic to get in there. And as we were waiting, also Guruji said, Venkateshwar, you're the god of rich people. Because it's one of the most richest temples in the world. But something happened to me in Tirupati that I had this desire that was just like, let's go. Let's finish with this drama. Like, let's really try and become what Guruji wants us to become, right? And so I really just started meditating on the bus, chanting, doing everything I could to focus on my Ishtadev, to focus on Guruji. And it was really intense for me. And Guruji reciprocated intensely also. He did something to me one night during dinner. Don't really know how to explain it, but he gave me an experience. Wasn't anything extreme, wasn't any light or visions or anything, but it was a special moment at the dinner table. And after that, he said, you should do this meditation, do an hour every day. And I said, okay, let's go. And I started doing this meditation every day for an hour on the bus or whenever I had time. Of course, we were on a pilgrimage. And I was trying so hard, but I wasn't feeling anything. Nothing was happening. And I started getting a little bit frustrated, right? Like, I'm trying. And keep in mind, it's been like 1 day, 2 days. And then Guruji, we're somewhere else at a hotel, the next hotel, and he says, you should meditate. And I'm like, I know, you told me that. I've been doing it. But, I'm trying so hard, but I don't feel anything. It's like turning the wheels in the mud and nothing's moving somehow. I'm trying, it seems like there's something, but doesn't feel like anything's working. I don't feel anything. And he was like, yeah, you should chant this mantra. And then he gave me a mantra. So within the course of 3 or 4 days, he gave me a sadhana, he gave me a mantra. And then still, I was doing it, I was chanting, doing my meditation for 1 hour, doing this chanting. And still didn't really feel like anything was happening. And I said, Guruji, why? Why nothing's happening? And Guruji looked at me and was like, you've been doing this for 4 days. What are you expecting? And I was like, it's true. I was so, let's say, patient. My mind was so, for 20 years, focused in one direction. Now all of a sudden I decide to be a completely different way somehow. Let's go really sincerely deeply into this, and then I expect something to happen in 5 days. But the point is, I just took such a small step in that direction. And something just changed by His grace inside of me that made me say, okay, let's do this. Let's go. Let's really try. And just that, He just gave and gave and gave. And was like, you're ready? I've been ready. I'm ever ready. And to this day, even though I'm not, let's say, achieved the desired goal, He's patient. And He gives what needs to be given at the right moment. But like I said in the beginning, He's patient, but He's also impatient. When you take one step, He comes running towards you. If you're not ready for that, it can be intense. Because more than anything, again, like this verse, you can see, he even says, Krishna, right? It gives me extreme pleasure, this tiny offering that we would look at on the outside and say, this is nothing. It's a rag filled with puffed rice that's been under His arm for days. It's disgusting. And yet, it gives Him extreme pleasure. There's nothing in the world more that He enjoys. And so, we just have to remember these two things. That when we take that step with sincerity, even with attempted sincerity, what even really do we know about sincerity and humility? But even with that attempted sincerity and humility, if we start really wanting to move towards Him, we better be prepared. Because He's always waiting inside of our hearts, in the depths of our soul itself, to reveal, to give everything. He's just waiting for that moment where we really only want Him, and we only think of Him, and we only desire Him. Jai Gurudev.
Narasimha Parato Narasimho
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Praladayine
Praladayine
Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha
Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha
Shilatandana Kalaye
Shilatantana Kalaye
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakama Bhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadhirita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Tamakara Kamalavare Nakama Bhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadhirita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jayo Narasimhadev 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 Jaya Narasimhadev
Jai Narasimhadev 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 Jai Narasimhadev
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala me
Prabhakti Dharma Ikarataya Mangala Mangala me
Prabhakti Dharma Ikarataya Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala me
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala me
Tridandadari Godakajaya Mangala Mangala me
Vidandadari Godakajaya Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Range Sakintaya Rataya Mangala Mangala me
Range Sate Kayarataya Mangala Mangala me
Mananataya Darine Daraya Mangala Mangala me
Mananataya Darinaraya Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me
Mangala Mangala me Om Jai Jagadisha Hare
Swami Jaya Jagadisha Hare Bhakta Janon ke Sangata Dasa Janon ke Sangata Shana me dura kare Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jo jave pada pave Dukkha vinase manaka Swami dukkha vinase manaka Sukha sampati gara ave Sukha sampati gara ave Kashta mitre tanaka Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Mata pita tuma mere Sharanaga hume kisaki Swami Sharanaga hume kisaki Tuma vina aura na duja Tuma vina aura na duja Ashaka hume kisaki Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagar Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Nek Sevaka Tuma Swami Nek Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tuma O Eka Gochara Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisa Vini Milon Dayamaya Kisa Vini Milon Kripamaya Tumato Me Kumati Om Jaya Jagadisha Jagadisha Hare Dina Bandhu Dukha Harta Tumhara Shaka Mere Swami Tumhara Shaka Mere Karuna Hatha Badao Karuna Hatha Badao Sharana Pada Tere Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Vishaya Vikara Vikao Papa Haro Deva Swami Papa Haro Deva Shraddha Bhakti Badao Shraddha Prema Badao Santana Ki Seva Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Dhana Mana Dhana Sabha Hai Tera Swami Sabha Kuch Hai Tera Swami Sabha Kuch Hai Tera Tera Tujhko Arpan Tera Tujhko Arpan Kya lage mera Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Bhakta Janom ke Sangata Dasa Janom ke Sangata Jana Medura Kare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Mane Chakra Ragoji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Mane Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Chakra Go Chakra Go Chakra Goji Chakra Go Chakra Go Chakra Goji Mane Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Shama Mane Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Govinda Mane Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Vidari Lala Chakra Goji Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Laginam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Gunda Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om
Prem se bolo Lakshmi Narayana Bhagavan ki Prem se bolo Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Mandir Bhagavan ki Prem se bolo Shri Radha Krishna Kanhaiya Lala ki Prem se bolo Mahavatara Kriya Baba ji ki Prem se bolo Shri Bhutabhrteshwarnath ki Prem se bolo Satguru Deva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki
Om Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavalabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakarma Mantrayandra Tantra Aushadasha Shastrani Samraya Samraya Nijor Mochaya Mochaya Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Niti Jvala Pritaya Sarvanik Shubhana Humta Tarashmai Parabrahmane Paramjyotishe Swaha Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om
Jai Jai Shri Radhe
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe
Shyam Venkatamana Govinda Gopika Jiva Smanam Govinda, Bhakti Vatsala Govinda, Kundali Kavarade, Eknath Namdev, Pandarinath Maharaj ki, Samasta Bhakta Mandali ki, Alva